Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Just real quick, just give this video a thumbs up and subscribe below. If you want to see more videos like this one, on this channel we're going to be talking about how we can become our best selves and live out kind of to our full potential. Today's video we're going to be talking about how to stop self-sabotaging and the effects of upper limiting. So if you want to know more, then just keep watching. So we all know the concept of when we're trying to make progress towards a goal, and for one reason or another we then turn inwards and self-sabotage our efforts, whether it's just out of rebellion or a new concept that I have come to learn more about is upper limiting, and that can be caused also by when we've got like an incongruence within ourselves, that we aren't made for something. So we've got a deep-rooted belief that we're not successful, or we're not meant to have so much money, or we're meant to stay silent. Then the subconscious mind will inadvertently then work against the goals that we're actually working on. And it has been really coming out on me a lot lately. I have had a few skin breakouts. That's also led to stress itching, and I end up comfort eating. And coming into the festive season, it's not always the easiest time. So I thought I would put a few tips and tricks together for ways that you can stop that, or ways to remedy against the upper limiting. So I think it's really important to do the mental work, and it's really hard to stay consistent with mental work, because with like physical changes, so if you want to lose weight, if you want to tone up your muscles, you can physically measure those by weighing yourself on a scale, doing a tape measure and measuring, your different muscles, and you can see the impact. Whereas when you are doing the mental work, it's not as easy to see progress. Certainly not in the short term anyway. And there's some like little things that you can do to help that along. One thing is to do just one small step in the right direction. So whether that could be doing a visualization kind of soul search, when you really kind of look within yourself. And I'm a big believer that we all have the answers that we need within us, and sometimes you need to talk it out to find it, but sometimes just sitting by yourself and really tuning in, you can find the answers. These can be small, these can be big, they can be anywhere in between. It's all about finding out what works for you and really then just building on it. So if, workout really doesn't feel great for you, then just getting out for more walks, or for me it would be dancing. But just kind of starting at your level where you are at, and then finding out what's the next progression step, even if it's like the tiniest step, is working in the right direction. Another thing is journaling. I find it incredibly powerful to be able to, whether it's journaling for a specific reason or just to brain dump, both of which I find useful. And they just kind of are like a mini check-in with yourself. So I know that a while back, the whole idea of sitting by myself, visualizing or meditating would terrify me. But sitting down to write and journal and figure things out that way was something that was doable. Now I kind of have the flexibility to be able to choose between the two. It gives me a lot more activities that I can, try, because sometimes if you're just doing the same thing over and over, it does get boring. And I think it's good to kind of spice it up and to see what you need in each moment, in each circumstance. Another thing that has been really useful for me is doing a mirror talk. These can be done with prompts or without. Sometimes through doing my recent mental work, I have not done prompts and I have let questions and comments and thinking just sort of flow through me. But there are times when things feel a little bit more overwhelmed, and the three main prompts that I always kind of come back to is the ones that are were advised by Lisa Nichols, and they are stating your name in front of all three sentences and then filling in following on and filling them in. So it is, for me, it would be Poppy or Claire. Scrap that up. So you would start off by saying your name, and then these three prompts individually and come up. I think she normally says 7. At the start I found that really hard, so I kind of aimed for 3 to 5. Some of the 3 had more than others, and I was okay with that. As I practiced more and more, I did try and kind of stick to the 7 and then force myself to sit there until I came up with 7. But they are: I am grateful that you. I am grateful that you. I forgive you for. I forgive you for. And the third one is: I commit to you that. I commit to you that. So in particular, the forgive one, that was probably my hardest one. I have struggled with self-esteem. I have struggled with confidence and body image, that forgiving myself for various different things that have happened in my life was very tough, but it also built up a lot of self-love for myself and a lot more kindness. These exercises have really helped get rid of the constant negative talk. I still have a lot of self-doubt. I do have a lot of anxiety still, but each day I feel like I'm progressing just that little bit more, and it really does kind of give me comfort that I can look back at the last 10 months that we've had impact our lives so drastically and say, yeah, I've come a long way. I have come a long way. My body has changed shape, my mental state has changed state, my spiritual and awareness of myself have changed. My nutrition has massively changed, and I can honestly say that I actually like the person I'm becoming, and that's not something I say lightly. So by doing these things, I hope that it will bring out the same feelings for you. One of my harder tactics, I think that generally in a state of overwhelm and a self-sabotage, using positivity and little steps and celebrating them work really well. But there is a need and a necessity for hard tactics at times, especially when you find yourself in a spiral. And a couple of my really harder tactics that I don't tend to use as much anymore, but it is using a state of either or thinking. So would you rather have this now or have that later? Would you rather have this chocolate bar now and potentially, you know, not lose the weight, not gain muscle, or would you rather have some apple and peanut butter? I'm a sucker for peanut butter, so, and to fuel your body with good nutrients and protein so that you can work towards your goals of fitting into your butterfly jeans, hopefully before your next birthday. Another tool in my proverbial toolbox would be to, when you go into like a fun fair, you get all those quirky mirrors and everything, and there's always one that makes you like, you know, looks like you've gained like 20 pounds. And that image of myself scares the hell out of me, and I don't ever want that. So sometimes, rather than being pulled towards something, I am pushing away from the thing that I don't want. Following on from that kind of visualization of imagining myself really big is also imagining me not being able to be a good role model for others that are in my life, whether it's my little nephew or my best friend's little girl. And that's really one of the key things for me, is that I want the next generation, especially those that I care about, to see me as a good influence and to kind of learn from maybe some of the pitfalls that I fell down. Alright, that is it for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed these. Let me know below in the comments what you thought was the best tip for you guys. The next video that I'm going to be doing is about cleaning a cluttered mind. So stay tuned for that one. Bye, guys.